A very good morning to you, dear students, to your geography class. Today we have a new lesson, chapter 10, Human Settlements, part 1. Now observe these pictures over here, students. By looking at these pictures, you remember what you have learnt in the previous class, such as rural settlements, which are also known as villages, and then urban places such as urban settlements, which are towns, cities. So rural settlements are villages and urban settlements are towns, villages. You have done this in your previous class, right? Now, why do people migrate from one place to another? For better life, job, education, right? They go from one place to another place for better opportunities. Like from the village, they go to the towns. Towns are places which are close to rivers, which have developments but not fully developed. They have all the basic necessities required for a developed place. Now some people want better education, better job, to live in high places, have a better lifestyle. Then they go to cities. Here you can see cities, big buildings, skyscrapers, tall buildings are there, good bridges, metros are there, like how are Mumbai city, where there are a lot of metros and bridges, flyovers, plus there are theatres, multiplexes, right? Better job opportunities, advanced things are there in cities. So we will find out all the different types of settlements, different type of houses, and lot of information on a type of settlements. Okay students, let's go in. Firstly, let's do an activity called houses activity. Now observe this picture 10.1, figure 10.1. It shows settlements at suitable locations. Where will you build your house? Students, where will you build a house? Will you build it near the river? So this is a nice bungalow, beautiful bungalow. Will you build it near a river or near the waterfall, beautiful waterfall? Or will you build your beautiful house with nice shed, car shed, and nice garden? Will you build it near the road? Or would you prefer building your house with a fence and around trees and all near the railway station? So you have 4 options: river, waterfall, road or railway. Where will you want to build your house and why? Give me a reason. Write in the comment section below and Google Classroom. Okay students? Now let's go to the next part. Now this is the second activity, picture talk activity. There are 4 pictures here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Figure 10.2a, 10.2b, 10.2c and 10.2d. Now there are 4 options: rural settlement, tribal, hamlet, town and city. Now among these 4 pictures, which one is the rural settlement? This one or this one? This or this? Which one? This one. Yes. It's a rural settlement. It's a small village which is near the river and trees are there. Beautiful place. Next, tribal hamlet. Tribal hamlet is this one. Yes. Figure 10.2c. These are small hut areas. For example, you remember near Naigaon, the station side. There are a lot of salt pans, right? So there are small hut areas. Also near mountainous regions, they have small hut areas. Then we come to town. Which is a town from among these two? Yes, this one. This is a town. It's a small version of a city where you can see the road and you can see houses on opposite side of the road. There are small shops, small houses, and then lastly we come to this, which is the city. Here you can observe the metro and cars and all, high buildings, aeroplane. So this is a city where you get all the facilities, very crowded, large place, lots of people, but crowded, very crowded. Now I wanted to answer these 4 questions. Which picture shows sparse settlements? Sparse means less. Which picture shows agriculture? Which picture shows dense settlements? The dense means crowded. And lastly, which picture shows high-rise buildings? Write down in the comment section and Google Vasu. Okay, students? Now finally we come to the explanation. In this part you will see and learn picture activities, figures, question answer session. This is a Zoom class explanation part 1, in which we'll be discussing about figure 10.3, that is over here, this figure. More in detail we'll be discussing. Also we'll be learning about what are human settlements. There are 2 types, rural settlement and urban settlement, which I've showed you in the first slide, right? We'll be discussing more about that. Then we'll be discussing about types of occupations. There are 3 types of occupations which we'll be seeing. One is primary occupation, and where is it? Secondary occupation, which are secondary occupations, and lastly tertiary occupation. We'll discuss all these things in this explanation. Watch this carefully, students. It's a very interactive session, very wonderful session. Okay, students, thank you.
Can man settle down in such type of location? And if yes, why? If no, then to why? I want you all to reply after observing this picture. Those who wants to reply, give answer to this question can raise their hands. Once again, I am repeating the question. Observe the given picture and say, can man settle down in such a location? Why?
No.
Your answer may be yes or no, but I want with reason.
No.
Who just replied? May I know the reason? Why no?
Because this is mountainous region.
Mhm. Okay.
We cannot do we can't do agriculture in this area.
Okay, very good thinking. But we are not doing agriculture in cities. Are we not living in cities, urban areas?
Okay.
So, is it yes or no? Now the answer is
Uh, yes.
yes. What are the necessary things that man need to settle down in a location? Or let it be,
Uh,
leave about the location. What are the necessary things that man need to live or survive? Basic
sh-
necessities of man.
Food, shelter, cloth,
Yes, yes, yes,
education.
yes, exactly. So, in olden days, okay, first of all, we will move ahead step by step. What all can you see in these pictures? In this picture A, what things you all can see? Observe the picture and list down the things that you can see in this picture.
School, river,
Yes,
tree,
yes,
road,
yes. Okay.
stones.
Stalls are not there, I think so. Is there any stall
House.
in this picture A? Houses, houses.
House.
Very good observation. Even I didn't identify the school, but you did. Very good. Keep it up. And what is this?
Tree.
Trees. Okay. Very good. So, as you said, a river basin, few houses, few people are also seen here. Trees,
Yes.
grasses, etc. are seen in picture A. Now I want you all to observe the next picture, that is picture B. What are the things that you can see in this picture?
Metro.
Metro
Big
train.
buildings, skyscrapers,
Wow, very
cars,
good.
road,
Yes, yes. And how are
clouds,
they? Yes, exactly.
aeroplane.
Wow, superb. You have not missed anything in this. Very good. So, a metro train, cars and aeroplanes, tall buildings, traffic. You can see traffic. Traffic means what?
Yes.
There is lot of population, maximum population here, and so traffic is seen in this picture B. Very good. So, we will move to picture
Yes.
C. What can you see in this picture C?
Mountain, birds,
Mountain,
small hut,
Yes,
cottages,
yes, very
birds,
good. And what is this?
water, river,
birds,
short
Which type of? No,
lake
no,
or
this is
river.
not a river. River is a big water source.
Lake,
Not lake. It may be said as rills. River is the
reels.
bigger one. Smaller than river is stream, and it is smaller than stream too.
उसको गरम करके देना
It is told as rills. So we can see a mountain, birds, and greenery. Lot of greenery is seen in this picture. Two houses, or as you have said as cottages, a rill, etc. We can see in this picture. What do we say? This water source?
Reels.
Rill.
Reels.
Exactly. It is smaller than stream. Bigger is river is the bigger one. Got it? Okay.
Okay.
Now we will move to picture D. What we all can see in picture D?
Truck, auto rickshaws,
Very good.
peoples.
Yes.
There is one stall of no. There is water source also. Trees,
Yes.
houses,
Yes. Very
and so
good.
many people are there.
Exactly. There are so many people. In picture C, there are no people seen. But in picture D, more people are seen. Very good. So we can list down things as auto and truck, small and big houses, more public is seen, and then vendor stalls. These are the stalls. Okay, good, very good. So these are the things that we can see in picture D. So these all are human settlements. Am I right? Various type of human
Yes.
settlements where human beings live, but the environment or the facilities may vary from place to place. So we will learn more about these human settlements in this topic. So, which picture shows sparse population? Out of the picture A, B, C and D, in which picture very sparse population is seen? Sparse means minimum, very low population is seen.
In picture C and A.
We can list C first because
Okay,
hardly
C.
we can see people there. But in
Okay.
A, at least we can see some people.
Huh.
But then
C.
D, there are more people than A, and then B, there are lot of people, maximum population. So here the answer is, what is the answer?
C.
Exactly, the answer is C. We can see very sparse population or settlements in picture C. Next question is, which picture shows agriculture? Now observe all the pictures and let me know which picture shows agriculture.
C.
See
C.
how?
No, no. C, no. A. I
Why
think A.
no see? If you are saying, just justify your answer.
A,
Nothing
I
is
think.
wrong. A.
A.
But I want reason. Whatever the picture you select, I want with reason. Why you are listing that pic in agriculture? I want that
There.
reason.
This is a. This is this is a village picture. So there should be agriculture.
Okay. Very good, very good. Here we can see more greenery than compared to other pictures, and there are low public, and it seems like rural settlement. What we can say that?
Ruler.
Rural settlement. So, rural. R-U-R-A-L, rural. Rural. Repeat.
Rural.
Can you repeat? Very good. So we can say that in picture A and C, there may be agriculture or there is agriculture. So we will move to our next question. Can anybody read this question for me?
Which picture shows high-rise buildings?
Very good. Can you just recollect the picture and tell me the answer without seeing the picture?
B. B.
B.
B.
Are you sure?
Yes, miss.
Let's see. Wow, your answer is correct. Very good.
Yes.
Exactly. Means you all are attentive. Very smart children. Okay, now B, in picture B, we can see high-rise buildings. So we will move to next question. Which picture shows dense settlements? Dense means opposite to sparse. There we can see more houses, more public.
B.
Yes, exactly B, because there are tall buildings means many people can live in a single building. Similarly, if there are a lot of car metro trains means to meet the need of public, increasing public, these facilities are there in urban areas, or we can say more than urban area, it is a metropolitan city. Am I right?
Yes, miss.
So picture B has dense settlements. Good. So from these, to which settlement do you belong? We have
A.
seen A, B, C, D. Which settlement do you belong?
A.
Very good. May I know your name who has replied me A?
Aditi Avinash Nagne, DMS Solapur.
Very good. Aditi, where do you live? Ha, Solapur.
In Mangalwada Taluka, in Andargaon village.
Wow, very nice. So you are settled in A. I want to know, is there any child in settlement B? Is there any child?
No.
Many students has raised their hands. Rajveer, can you unmute your mic and tell me in which type of settlement do you live? Rajveer Gupta, in which type of settlement do you live? Is it a rural area, town area, or a metropolitan city? Where do you live?
Miss, my
Yes.
uncles lives in B settlement.
Okay. May I know your uncle's city's name or B settlement name?
Pune. Pune.
Pune. Wow, exactly. Pune is a metropolitan city. So it is a B category settlement. Very good. Thank you, Aditi, for replying for my question. Now, as I know here, a lot of students are joined from state level. We can see many students who may reside in settlement A or in B or in C or in D. Okay, we will move to next question. Assign a suitable names to each of the picture. Now here I am having four names. First one is rural settlement, tribal hamlet, town, city. First of all, know the meaning of four words and then we will move towards the picture. Rural settlements, as we seen in picture A, minimum population is there, but facilities are limited to the public. Tribal hamlet, only two houses we have seen in the hilly region with a rill. That is an example of tribal settlement. That is picture C. Town, there are few transport facility, few tolls, some more public compared to rural settlement. That is town. And then city, we can say that is metropolitan city, as just now Aditi said us, Pune, Mumbai, these all come under metropolitan city. So that is picture B. So now I'm going to show you the pics. You all are going to assign the names. Ready?
Yes, miss.
Which type of picture is A?
Town. Town.
My sound is low. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, may I know which settlement belongs to A picture? Which name
Rural
can we
settlement.
Town. Town.
Mm, Is it rural or town? One answer for one question.
Town. Town, miss.
And what about D?
Rural settlement.
I think you all are in little confusion. Rural
Miss,
settlement.
D one is city and
Yes.
rural settlement is B.
Are you sure? One
No,
thing you all are okay. Let me go in a
confused
descending
little.
order. More maximum population, lot of crowd. Which picture?
B.
B. So what can we name from these names? Rural, tribal, town, or city?
Tribal hamlet B.
No, not at all. It is
Means
city, metropolitan city.
city.
B is city. Okay, we will go one by one. First of all, we will describe the picture A. Minimum population, limited population. Few facilities are there for people like schools and all. River basin is there. Agriculture they can do there. So
This is a
it
town.
is a
Town.
no. I have shown you the answer.
This
Can
is
you
a
read it for me?
rural settlement.
Exactly. This is a rural settlement where
Rural
people are settled
settlement.
in a particular place and their basic occupation may be agriculture. Got it?
So D is town, miss. D
Yes,
town.
exactly. You got the right answer. Very smart. Now we will know about B. B is
City.
city. We may call it as a urban area or metropolitan city too. Okay? It is city. B is city. Now what is C? Let's see. What is C?
Tribal hamlet.
Tribal hamlet. Okay, we can't see many houses too there.
Yes.
So it is tribal hamlet. And then last picture is, as I said,
Town.
it is town. Exactly. Do you enjoy this?
Yes.
Do you all enjoyed this? Finding the names of the picture? Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
miss.
Okay, now we are very clear about these four settlements. That is rural settlement, city, tribal
City,
hamlet, and
hamlet,
town.
town.
Now, why these things keep on progressing? Why people don't stop in a single settlement? Why these things are changed? So we will learn ahead. Arrange the pictures according to the level of development in the settlement. What do you think? What is the first level of development or the basic stage where man start his life and then slowly, gradually he progress and then he goes to next settlement and then next and then next. So what is the first settlement where he starts?
City,
Not at all.
rural settlement.
This is the second stage.
Tribal hamlet.
Tribal het hamlet. As we all learned in evolution of man, man used to roam here and there. Am I right? In search of food and all. So he used to settle down in a particular place for some time. When the search is finished there, he doesn't find any food or something there, he shifts to some other place. That is
Yes.
tribal hamlet. And then he used to settle in a single place doing farming and all, and whatever is necessary are fulfilled in that single area, in that main particular area, that is known as rural settlement. So from tribal hamlet is the first one is tribal hamlet, and then second one is
Rural settlement.
exactly. And now you all just guess this, what is the third one?
Town.
Exactly. Then the population and the occupation facility increases in the rural settlement, and then the rural villages turn to a small town.
Town.
Got it? And then
Yes.
more population are added there, more industries and more employment is generated in that town, and then it is converted into
City.
city. These are the
Metropolitan
development of
cities.
the settlements. First, it must be a tribal hamlet. Then slowly, gradually, it develops into a rural settlement. And then next step is town. And then it is city.
City.
Got it? First one. What
Yes.
is the first one?
Tribal hamlet.
What is the second one?
Rural settlement.
Very good. What is the third one?
Town.
What is the fourth one?
City.
Exactly. Now we will learn what is the need of such development or progress in settlements. Human settlements flourished at places with favorable geographic conditions such as availability of water, a conducive climate, fertility land, that is our basic need, that is food, clothing, shelter, water and all. So in a favorable climate condition, human used to settle down in early settlement. In the early settlements, the occupation of the people were dependent on the locally available natural resources. This gave rise to separate settlements of people engaged in particular occupation. Means in a particular area, a particular occupation is done by all the people, and that particular settlement is named as, it may be a kolivada, that is fishing hamlets. For example, people along the sea coast, yes,
Please, sorry, when you're there, I'm and background sound is coming. Yeah, today's
am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. For example, people along the sea coast are engaged in fishing. So that particular settlement, their settlements become fishing hamlets. They all do fishing as they are residing near the sea coast. Their main occupation is fishing. That is related to natural factor. Okay, similarly, tribal people live in forest areas in tribal hamlets, that is Adivasi Padas. There they collect the natural resources that they get from the forest. From that they earn their livelihood, they earn money and they live their life. Okay, so similarly, that particular settlement is named as tribal hamlets. So the settlements is named on the basis of their occupation. It was done in the early settlements. Then agriculture is practiced in fertile areas. Farmers' families build their houses in or near their fields. These settlements gradually grow bigger. This is an example of this peak. They settle down in a fertile land. They build their houses near the fertile land to do the agriculture, and slowly, gradually, the houses increases there, and then it is turned into a rural area. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. The settlements where the original occupations of the majority of people are based on natural resources are called rural settlements. Means when we name the settlement as rural settlements, means there the majority of people do the occupation that is mainly based on the available natural resources. They will earn their money or livelihood from the available resources that is available in their surrounding. Then the settlement is known as rural settlement. For example, it may be agriculture, fishery, etc. are some of these occupations. Got it? See how the houses are increased and then it is developed into a rural settlement. Then we will move to learn about the next. With the passage of time, other associated occupation also developed gradually in these rural settlements. For example, as we all know, food, clothing, shelter are our basic need. But when the settlement increase, when the population increase, there is a more need of education. So for education, there they build a school and they get a teacher. That is other occupation that is not related to agriculture or not related to the natural resources. And then they may be need of a health center, small health center, a clinic. Am I right? Health is also our basic necessity. So there we
Yes.
get a small hospital or health center. Then the occupation is increased there. Then when these facilities are increased, the traveling transport are also increased. Then there may be a rise of auto rickshaw. Am I right? So
Yes.
slowly, gradually, with the passage of time, as the population increases, rural settlement also develop. As a result, people from the surrounding areas migrate and settle there, leading to an increase in the rural population. Houses are built and different facilities are developed. When the population of the rural settlement increases, we all increase the facilities too and are developed for the growing population. Importance of secondary and tertiary occupation increases. Now, what is mean by secondary and tertiary occupation, that we will learn ahead. The proportion of people engaged in primary occupation declined. Yet again, a primary occupation is there. So what is this primary occupation? Primary occupation are which mainly based on natural resources. When the population increases, the primary occupation decline and there is an increase of secondary and tertiary occupation. This process leads to transformation of rural settlement into urban settlement. Then the rural settlement turn to urban settlement, population increases, the facility increases, and then the look of the whole settlement turn from rural to urban. We will learn about what is primary, secondary and tertiary occupation. Primary occupation means work that involving taking raw material from environment and using them for various uses. Raw material from environment means whatever the natural resources that is available in our surrounding, that is known as primary occupation. For example, farmers and fishermen, etc. The secondary set of occupation, what is secondary occupation? Include the people which work in manufacturing and servicing industry. There the people start going to work in some other factories or small industries, that is known as secondary occupation. And what is tertiary activities? Consist of all services and occupation, transport, communication, trade, health, education and administration are important examples of tertiary activities. Got it? So these are the three occupation on which we decide. From in rural, it is only primary occupation. In town, it is secondary, and in city, it is tertiary activities. So as per the facility and population increases, the settlements are named differently. Now, due to religious, historical, commercial, sorry, due to religious, historical, commercial, educational and administrative reason, and also due to tourism, the original settlement may transform into an urban one. As I said, the settlement turned into urban one. If the population and the necessary amenities increase on a large scale, the urban area grow into metropolitan city. Then the town or the urban area turn into a metropolitan city. So this is the pyramid that can give us an idea about the development. First, it is tribe, very low population, or it is very sparse, and then the population increases, the settlement develops and it becomes rural, and then more people migrate to that particular rural area. The facilities increases, small industries are opened there in a rural area, and then it turned into an urban area. And when there are much more maximum population migrate to an urban area, it turned into a metropolitan city. Is it clear? Any doubt till this?
Yes, miss.
Yes, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
No, miss.
Okay, very good. So we can move ahead.
Miss, your voice is not
Yes,
clear.
now?
Now it is
Your
clear.
voice is clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now observe the figure. I think this figure is there in your textbook, but I want you all to observe here itself and reply to my questions. What is the difference between the human settlement A and B?
A and B.
What is the difference between A and B? Sorry. Yes, observe the picture and let me know the difference between the settlement A and B.
Houses.
Hmm? In which
Riverside.
settlement houses are more?
Figure A. The houses
Yes.
are riverside houses.
Yeah, exactly. That is a roadside settlement and this is a riverside settlement. Very
Yes.
good. But what about the houses? In which settlement houses are more compared to A and B?
Tribal settlements to most rural settlements.
Exactly. I think tribal settlement is C. Only one house is seen in C. Hmm?
Yes.
Yes. And it is rural and it may be town, turning into a town. But we are not going into that particular word. I just want to tell you the difference between. In A picture, there are more houses compared to B. Am I right? Now, what is the difference between the settlement B and C? B and C. In which settlement the houses are more?
You see, there is only one house. That means a tribal hamlet, and
Exactly.
they are more in rural settlement.
Exactly. So,
Means they can live in society.
difference between means I have to tell the difference. What is the different? Okay, you are exactly right. You are not wrong. Your answer is right. But here I can list the difference as compared to C, B has more settlement or more houses. Got it? Where
Yes.
do you find less than two houses? It's very easy.
See.
C, exactly. In what type of settlement? 1 minute. In what type of settlement do you live? This was the question I asked you prior, so no
Yes.
need to answer this. Yeah, exactly. You all are from different area. The children who has
Yes.
joined in this lecture, I know they belong to different settlement, but you should know to which type of settlement do you belong. Correct? Okay,
Yes.
we'll move ahead. After considering various settlements, we realize that people settle down in different geographical conditions and adopt themselves to the conditions in the region. It's not like that tribal people are not living a proper life. They used to adapt themselves. They used to live in that, whatever the resources available there, they used to live there and settle there. They make it a habituate. Patterns of human settlements evolve in accordance with the natural conditions. Hmm? The settlement evolved with the help of the natural conditions. The pattern depend on the natural condition. In this lesson, we are going to study the major patterns of human settlements and the reason behind in the next class. Just now, we have just about the various type of settlements. Now we will learn in detail in our next class. So till now, if there is any doubt, you can ask me. Is there any doubt? Hello. Is there any doubt to you all?
No.
Okay. Okay. Then we will move to question answer session. Identify the types of settlements. It's very easy. Settlement has 5-6 houses and the place does not have any other facility. Which type of settlement would it be?
Rural settlement.
Tribal hamlet.
Tribal hamlet. Bacha, you don't think that only one house is the tribal settlement. Tribal settlement means there are houses, but it may be far away, one and two. There is a lot of distance between the two houses, and they does not
Yes.
have other facilities. Keep this in mind.
Yes,
Okay,
miss.
so tribal settlement is the correct answer. Next one. B has a high school, a big market, and a small theater. They are having small theater too. So which type of settlement would it be?
Uh, Town.
Exactly. Very good.
Town.
And now
Done.
C has houses, farms, many shops and small industries. There are many
Rural
houses.
settlement.
Rural settlement.
Exactly. Very good. Very smart. Means the concept is clear in your mind. And
Yes.
now last question. D is a natural harbor. Many industries have been established there.
Urban.
City.
That is the right
Urban
one.
area.
So it is a urban. Urban is also the right answer. City. Got it? Thank you
Yes.
all. You are
Thank
doing
you,
very good
Miss.
job.